The Fever, as you mentioned, took on Brazil back in Iowa. Caitlin's logo shot. I mean, she outdid she logoed the logo. Now they got to put a new logo down.
The reason Sue Bird experienced a full-blown fangirl moment was not for Taylor Swift, but rather for Caitlin Clark, the unstoppable three machine. If appreciation were a contest, the WNBA legend would have nearly written Caitlin a love letter instead of merely praising her. Sue just won MVP. What exactly did she say? Why is the internet going crazy over it? And did she hint at anything bigger? The fans are giddy about what this rising star will do next.
That takes us to Indiana, which I think everyone agrees right now has gone from, a team that made the playoffs last year, lost in the first round. They were building all these young pieces, of course, Caitlin Clark, to now an immediate contender with all the moves that they've made.
Caitlin Clark just received the basketball equivalent of being needed by royalty, but this queen doesn't wear a crown. Instead, she has won WNBA championships, Olympic gold, and the ability to command attention with a single raised eyebrow. Yes, we're talking about Sue Bird, the legendary floor general who played the game with such precision that she made geometry envious. Now that she's praising Caitlin Clark, even the most ardent sports fans are clutching a Lisa Frank notebook. This moment isn't just about admiration. It's a passing of the torch from one basketball icon to another, igniting the sport's future with undeniable respect. If you support Caitlin Clark, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment below.
And so does everybody else. The ratings for this game were 1.28 million. The game was on ESPN. It peaked at 1.6, and she only played like 18 minutes. Wow. So the Caitlin Clark effect is back.
Sue Bird's praise of Caitlin Clark was more than just a passing of the torch. It was a legendary passing of the torch delivered with the accuracy and force of one of Bird's signature outlet passes. When Bird speaks, the basketball world stops and pays attention. It's like getting a stamp of approval from the two greatest icons, Beyoncé and Oprah combined. The transfer was strong enough to make history seem inevitable. It wasn't subtle. This occasion is not merely a commendation. Rather, it marks a significant turning point that will solidify Caitlin Clark's place in history.
Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team?
Right now?
No. I'm going to guess she'll probably be on the next Olympic team. Just guessing.
I mean, TBD.
Yeah.
We got 3 years.
To be clear, though, Sue Bird does not give out accolades carelessly. She does not declare future legend to every ostentatious newbie with a TikTok following. No Bird played for 40 years. UConn won numerous titles. Diana Taurasi appeared mortal, and she continued to rule worldwide courts while others questioned, is that even legal? Sue Bird's declaration that she admires a player is therefore more than simply flattery. It's a prophecy, and her words carry weight, identifying the player as not just gifted but also destined to have a significant influence on the game for years to come.
Play since the fall. I'm sure everybody was hype. I mean, we tuned in.
Yeah.
Everybody was hype. So that was really great to see. And then, of course, there was an adorable moment where basically all the Brazilian players were asking for her autograph and trying to take pictures. There's also a really cute moment where I think in their shoot around, they tried to hit a...
It was really great to see her play after everyone had been anticipating it since the fall. Of course, there was a cute moment where, I believe, during their photo shoot, they tried to hit you with a shot from that logo. Of course, Caitlin Clark, the unrelenting 40-point scorer, the long-range shooter, and the player who treats half-quick shots like casual warm-ups, has now received the ultimate endorsement. We tuned in, and everyone was excited. This is more than simply praise. It's a golden blessing that comes with an unsaid understanding that makes us all want to follow her journey as if it were the first season of Game of Thrones, complete with dramatic turns, shocking revelations, and jaw-dropping moments. Every move she makes is guaranteed to be spectacular, and to miss it would be to miss the most thrilling tale in sports. We're all here to enjoy the ride as history is being made in real time, and Caitlin is poised to transform the game.
Pace. And what I see in Caitlin, when continuing to impress and just, she's going to break records nonstop for the next couple years. Yeah. It's just going to be a constant record break. Yeah.
When Sue Bird gives Caitlin Clark praise, it's not a casual remark. Rather, it's like Da Vinci entering an art gallery, stopping in front of a brand new, unassuming canvas created by a young artist and remarking, You've got something special, kid. It is when a master acknowledges another master with sincere respect and acknowledgement rather than in a shallow or courteous manner. That would be like Gordon Ramsay looking into your kitchen, taking off the lid of your risotto, and just nodding his acceptance. No profanity, just a hallowed silence that speaks volumes. No dramatic responses. It's similar to Serena Williams observing your backhand during a tense rally with her arms crossed, eyes fixed, and a faint, barely detectable nod that conveys the message, you've earned it. This type of gesture is uncommon and valuable in a world full of hot takes and performance-related hoopla. It's the sporting equivalent of receiving an honor that denotes genuine admiration and validation. Let's be clear. Subbird's praise isn't just a flattering tweet or a quick soundbite after a win, it's a signal flare, a proclamation, a mic drop that resonates across the sports world. It's Bird's way of informing everyone that Caitlin Clark is not a flash in the pan, no flashes of genius, and she isn't following the trend of TikTok edits or Instagram reels. Subbird's endorsement is the ultimate testament to the fact that Caitlin Clark is in every way, shape, and form certified. She is a game share, a bucket getter, and a player destined for greatness. She is not some sports novelty to be gawked at by casual fans or those who still dismiss the WNBA as that cute league with the jump shots.
Do the thing that she knows everyone wants her to do.
She knows what the people
She broke the record
want.
making that shot to begin with. There's just like a certain star quality and like star power there. But it takes you being confident enough, willing enough to be like, oh, no. I know what you want. Come here. I'm going to give it to you. I loved it so much. I just think it's great. I love when athletes like have that, like bring the cameras right over here.
Well,
it's so fun.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. She knows it.
As one of the most accomplished players in history and a 4-time WNBA champion and 5-time Olympic gold winner, Sue Bird's thoughts are heard by the whole basketball community. Her stellar CV makes LinkedIn seem insignificant. She doesn't give out compliments carelessly. Sue's recognition of Caitlin Clark is a huge indicator. It goes beyond just respect to include encouragement. A candle being passed with both hands and eyes fixed in perfect recognition. In addition to catching that torch, Caitlin Clark is turning it into a flaming flamethrower on the court, pushing the boundaries of what is conceivable with her logo-range threes that defy physics. Passes that make defenders reevaluate their decisions. Her distinct fusion of surgical accuracy and sassy instinct distinguishes her, with the endorsement of Sue Bird being anointed with holy water is equivalent to having immediate access to the Hall of Fame pipeline. This is more than just a passing moment. It's a historic marker in women's basketball. When Sue Bird praises you, it's equivalent to having your name chiseled into stone, permanent, revered, and unforgettable, not the type of stone you see in gift shops, but the kind that stands as a testament to genuine brilliance under museum lighting. With Bird's support, Caitlin Clark's ascent is now officially marked, solidifying her place among the game's biggest stars and letting everyone know that her time is only getting started.
What I find most interesting is at the start of the season, everybody had their panties in a twist over Caitlin getting picked up full court and Caitlin being denied. And I think what I'm not surprised by is naturally during a WNBA season, teams and players, you start to get a little tired. You're kind of in like the doldrums of the every day or every other day is a game. And it's hard to keep that discipline to guard a player like that.
Though it should come as no surprise, Sue Bird has been analyzing the game as if it were her favorite book since she was barely tall enough to reach the rim and was already calculating pass angles with the accuracy of a NASA scientist addicted to layups. She didn't just play basketball. She also rewrote the rules, translated them into several languages, and gave a masterclass while 40 feet away. When she says, Caitlin Clark has it, which she obviously does, everyone should pay attention to that endorsement signals. Clark, the athlete who could score on a moving train with a flat ball in zero gravity and yet create highlight reels, is more than simply a passing fad. She represents the franchise's future. Sue knows the weight of expectations, the spotlight, and the joy of seeing defenders stumble over themselves in an attempt to protect her. She also knows what it's like to carry a franchise on her back while pretending her spine isn't turning into a pretzel from the pressure. Her endorsement is invaluable because of her first-hand experience, not marketing. a female inside athlete who shoots a lot and ends the day. Surd's observations stem from a career of playing the game at its best, and her admiration for Clark goes beyond words. It's a guide to greatness.
Words elevate Clark's status from talented to legendary.
Which really, I think, is the one that, for most people, like took it to another level. So now you're like, oh, they're a contender. Now the expectations have changed. I'm sure the way they're approaching this season has changed.
And let's not forget that Sue Bird is not only a Hall of Famer, but also a fashion icon, sneakerhead, broadcaster, philanthropist, and someone who has mastered the art of entering a room and instantly becoming the smartest person there. In fact, her effortless genius is almost impolite, and she is now using all of her talent to inspire the next generation of athletes, while some retired athletes sit around remembering how we used to walk barefoot to the finals in my day. Sue Bird's endorsement of Caitlin Clark is like being baptized in pure basketball excellence. It's like Steph Curry giving you shooting advice, while LeBron James irons your jersey. Sue is out there investing in the game's future because she understands that Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation talent who is ready to blow the WNBA apart. Let's be honest. It's a truly historic occasion that screams for a procession, confetti, and a drop of bespoke sneakers. But as soon as Sue said anything even somewhat encouraging, the typical naysayers appeared in the comments, such as, well, she hasn't played in the WNBA yet. Oh. You mean the league that Sue Bird worked tirelessly to improve during her career? She carried on her back like a contemporary atlas, tearing down defenses with surgical accuracy. Perhaps it's best to pass on this one. Larry from Idaho.
Dropped off. But oh, what do you know? She's no longer getting picked up full court in the ways that we like teased Ari McDonald for when she did it after a free throw and she still had another free throw. But what you're seeing is Caitlin now is able to push the ball up the floor. She's able to hit those get-ahead passes. And so I won't be surprised if as the season gets later into like playoff runs, if you start to see teams do more, and you're definitely going to see it.
Because Sue Bird knows talent, she's played alongside the greatest of all time, and she herself is one of the GOATs. So when she says Caitlin Clark is the real deal, it's a statement carrying serious weight. And if Sue believes in Clark, then Clark truly is the real thing. Let's also acknowledge how much Sue Bird loves the game, not in a casual eye-like basketball way, but in a way that consumes her. She lives and breathes basketball. She probably dreams and pick and rolls. She's the kind of person who can see a no-look pass from a mile away and start clapping before the ball even reaches the shooter's hands. Watching Caitlin Clark dominate isn't just admiration for her skills, it's recognition of a kindred spirit, someone speaking the same basketball language with flawless fluency. And this praise from Sue wasn't given lightly. She doesn't do half-hearted compliments when she says she loves Caitlin Clark as a player somewhere in the universe. Basketball practically explodes from sheer pride. That kind of endorsement resonates, it's memorable, it sticks, and it becomes part of basketball history. Meanwhile, Caitlin is probably somewhere trying to stay composed, all while internally screaming like she just landed a role as the next superhero, because it's Sue Bird. Her words have the force of a moment that may change the course of history, and her highlight reel alone could power an entire city.
Which teams would I not want to see in the playoffs? And that's where you brought up the fever. I think what I've learned in my WNBA experience is pace of play trumps physicality, it trumps size, it can trump experience, because a lot of times when you're experienced, it's really like code word for your veteran.
Let's appreciate the powerful message here. Women's basketball is well managed. The shift from one generation of greatness to the next isn't just occurring, it's being publicly celebrated. The irony is evident when people brush off Sue's accolades as though her 4 Olympic gold medals, 5 EuroLeague titles, and basketball IQ are insignificant in comparison to a viral Instagram dunk. But here's the real deal. Caitlin Clark was just blessed by Sue Bird, the basketball high priestess, with holy water from the three-point line. When one of the best players in history supports a budding star, it's a moment that goes beyond statistics. It's not simply hype. It's a passing of the torch. If you don't realize how iconic that is, perhaps stick with cornhole, since this is the pinnacle of game recognition history.
That's why you had to pick Caitlin up full court.
Yeah.
This is why.
This is why.
The numbers she's putting up now, like, this
Y'all
is
stopped,
why.
and now she broke the record.
Yeah, everyone was like mad about it. I was like, I don't get it. That would be like, I don't even know what it would be like.
Yeah.
It'd be like letting Kevin Durant shoot pull-ups all day. It's like, no.
Can't do it, y'all.
Yeah, I just,
Do it.
yeah.
She's
I don't know
also
why I
like
picked that
figuring it
example.
out and settling in. She
Oh, she's
also
definitely figuring it out.
got a little rest.
Oh,
got a
another
little
thing, by
break.
the way,
It was
I
nice.
never thought Caitlyn wasn't strong. That was actually something I noticed in college. Like, she had a strength about her. Will she get stronger, and will that help her? Yeah.
Remember that this suburb is watching, cheering, and probably evaluating every move with a "I knew it" smile as the WNBA gets ready for the Caitlin Clark era. This next phase is going to shine brilliantly, demanding more legendary acclaim and Twitter comments, so the league best prepare for some major glare if Caitlyn's future is even half as bright as the respect radiating from Sue. Sue Bird is a national treasure in this sport. If you don't adore her, you're just wrong. If you loved liking and subscribing, additional videos are displayed. Hit that subscribe button faster than Sue Bird delivers a nuke pack.